Okay, we're gonna call the meeting to order at 7:07, and roll call. Who are we missing? Just Michael? Yeah. You say he didn't know if he'd make it on. I talked to him yesterday.
You said what?
I talked to him yesterday. He didn't know if he was gonna make it or not.
Yeah, he had quite a drive, I guess.
Now, is Rich LaSalle coming in?
He was, but I can update you.
Okay.
I met with him last week, I think it was. He's, by the way, our new state rep.
Yep.
Elected on November 8th. And, not sworn in yet, but he's ready to get to work. I updated him on the situation with the, across from the library, the fish and game piece that we worked for years to try and get a boat ramp in there,
Yep.
and never went anywhere. And then we talked about other pieces, and he was going to come in and talk about river access, because that was one of the top things in that survey that the
Right.
Jason Brennan crew did, that came up as the top thing people wanted, was river access. We have no public river access. So I told Rich that the Moores Falls piece, we've always shied away from because it's so far off the road. But as I was talking to Kevin Lynch, he made the comment now that we have police cruisers that are, I guess they're all-wheel drive
Yeah, right.
cars.
Yeah.
And I talked to the chief today, if we had a dirt road down there, they would go down there. to
Oh, really?
Moores Falls. So I think we probably should revisit that. I did look at the lease today. I brought the lease for the trolley track. It says
He's gone.
access to, it spells it out as trail access. So that might be an issue.
Now, that's the Colby Trust that owns that? Is that?
Yes.
Yeah.
So here's our property to, 3A, our property, and then we own that part of the trolley track, and then Colby owns that, and then we own this parcel where the ramp is.
Now, which one's the church? Where's the
The church
church?
is right here.
Mhm.
So the ramp is really closer to the church.
Okay.
So, I'd hate to have to see us make a road go this way, where there's a footpath now, and you wouldn't wanna go along the top of the riverbank.
No.
To get a road. Ideally, it would be the trolley track. I guess you'd have to widen it out, wouldn't you?
The trolley is pretty wide. Well, you couldn't get two cars.
No, no, but one car could easily.
The problem I see is you'd have to set up some kind of a parking lot over there.
Well, right, and you know when you get down there, before you go down the last little grade down to the water, is that area where all the bittersweet is. That'd make a pretty good landing area.
Now, would we make that for carry-on boats only, or?
I was thinking carry on only, yeah.
Yeah, because I think the people with small boats would probably want to go down there, but I don't know how, there's no area to turn around or
No, it's
anything.
not a good area. I guess you could go south on decent water level, you could go south.
And even then, that's questionable, because the rapids down there are pretty,
Well, the rapids would be north of,
no, there's a set of rapids south too,
well, way down by, Broadview, yeah.
right where, just before the intake the Pennachuck has,
Right.
down in there, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that can get pretty hairy.
Right, it's, I mean,
Once you get past that, you're
Yeah.
smooth sailing all the way into Tingsboro.
so that's, a thought. Then Rich talked about maybe getting a committee together to work on this. I don't know what your thoughts are on that.
Did you hear any more from Donna Susie, or have you talked to her about it?
I haven't talked to her again.
Election's over.
She did,
Election's over.
she did get elected, right? Donna
Yes.
Susie?
She was supposed to get back to you then?
I had talked to her before the election about, if she gets elected to.
Yeah, I think so.
What an access road, though, from the top of the hill all the way down to the trolley tracks, that's quite a long distance.
Yeah, it's about a quarter of a mile probably.
Yeah, and some of that is fairly soft.
Now they're gonna come up, when they do the logging, that's
Yep.
on the agenda, I think, they're going to come up not on the, travel path.
Mhm.
They're gonna come up closer to the,
Right.
oh, you were with me. Property line.
No, he's just reading your mind.
He's very good. So, and then what else somebody mentioned today was, there's a lot of equipment up there right now that,
Mhm.
you know, if we wanted an access,
Mhm.
might be time to
Mhm.
ask.
Yeah,
They did put up a new gate for North End.
I knew it was supposed to happen, so I did.
They did,
Okay, yeah.
So, I don't know what your thoughts are. It just seemed a shame that we have 16 miles of river and we can't get to it. Unless you,
We got more river than they have ocean frontage, right?
just about.
Well, you'd only do one lane, right, except for a
Yeah.
turnaround spot
Yeah.
somewhere
Yeah.
down close to the river?
And then the other piece we talked about last month was the piece that we just bought across from Smith's.
Well, the other one I mentioned is Leo's old, Savini's old spot. I still think we should take a look at that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I still think, because that is so close to 3A.
Which one is that, Tom?
Leo Savini, the old cellar hole?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
No,
And
the
it's right
Savini
there.
Palace.
Sorry, yes, Savini Palace, yeah. Subterranean.
I'm old enough to remember that now. Can you imagine?
Oh,
I went to school with the kids.
You did? What kids?
They had two boys, I think.
Well, it was Leo Savini and
No,
his two
not-
brothers.
There was one boy that
Oh, not Leo's kids.
No,
Oh,
Leo,
thank
was
God. I
living
mean,
in the cellar hole.
Leo wasn't his two brothers.
Where
Jimmy,
was the cellar
Jimmy
hole?
Savini and,
right across from.
right across from the Dr.
Yeah.
Chamberlain's.
Just north of the little church house. But past that.
Oh,
gully.
yeah, yeah, okay.
Yeah. But I still think, you really should walk in there and take a look at that to see, because then he had a boat launch on there where you actually were able to launch right behind his house.
we used that once,
Did we?
years
Yeah.
ago. We went down
Yeah.
through there, went over,
Mhm.
and we actually
To
put
the
the
south
boat in.
of, to the south of the cellar hole.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a gully there.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need to.
We
take a
couldn't
look at it.
drive any further, but we got to the end of the cornfield, the field that was there, the southwest
Mhm.
end of it, and then went down. You remember,
Yeah.
Tom?
That's what they used to farm it in those days, yeah. Right up all the way down through.
Well, what we ought to do is wait till the dead of winter when everything's frozen.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Mm.
Then we could snowshoe down into there.
And what about anything further south, like on the Rodonis, which is now Wilson's,
What do you mean, anything south?
for an access?
Well, it's all private, is that what you mean, though?
Hmm?
It's all private, you mean?
Right, and
Yeah,
then you're pretty far from the river too.
yeah,
And I can't
you
imagine
lost me.
that they would want you going traipsing through there when they're growing things.
No, I don't think, I mean, for emergency purposes, he does.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no problem. They've actually upgraded when Tommy was the chief, he upgraded the launch when they bought that funny boat,
Yeah.
the elongated boat. So they actually, I guess that was taken care of under, farmland improvement or irrigation improvement or something like that.
Oh, what I was going to say
But
was
that's for emergency purposes.
I heard that this may be in the works as changing property ownership, so keep an ear out for that, and if that's the case, then we might have better luck on accessing that piece.
Okay.
If it changes ownership,
Mhm.
I'm not positive of that yet. That's all I have on that.
Okay. Planning board. Oh, okay, that's
Oh, and so
part,
the planning board wanted to know if the conservation commission wanted to meet with them, have a joint meeting about access. Probably at the planning board meeting.
What would, what could we contribute to each other? I don't
Yeah.
know.
yeah.
Well, they're not familiar with the pieces of property, so I don't know, 'cause they could, I don't know what they could contribute. Just a desire to see it happen, but I don't know.
Well, should we just
Well,
wait
we-
till we walk it, or?
Yeah,
probably.
we'll stay in touch, but we'll keep that open, but, yeah. Okay, the Moores Falls Timber Harvest, Joan and Roger Watt property with Forester from Fort Mountain Companies.
Why don't you talk about that, Roger? I talk enough.
Okay, Roger, it's yours. You got the floor.
Well, we met with that gentleman. He was very, very informative. He showed us all the trees that he marked off, and Joan and I thought he did a pretty good job.
Mhm.
The main problem that we see is while the work is going on, we probably should close the trails so that way no one could get hurt and they would be liable.
That makes sense.
And I put an ad in, it's coming out this Friday in the HLN to that effect that we don't have a exact date to be determined when the logging will happen, but that it will be closed for 3 or 4 days.
Yeah, it's not a big deal.
Maybe we should put up some signage.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely, when we have the
Yeah.
date.
But this, some of the center of that we walked, I had never walked through there. There's a beautiful oak tree over there. She's like huge.
Wow.
Yeah.
And they're not gonna touch that one. They're gonna trim around it, but
So we had picked the number one, the most modest harvest. He
Yeah.
said it will look, you know, pretty, not stark, but it'll look, what word did he use?
the canopy will be open.
Yeah, in the beginning, you'll notice a
Yeah.
big difference, but,
And anytime that you open the canopy like that, there's always a danger for the first year or so, if there's a big windstorm or
Yeah,
something, you could
blowovers,
have a few more
blowdowns.
blowovers.
Yeah, right. Hmm?
But it has to be done. I mean, what's down there, there's so much dead wood on the ground that
yeah.
widow hangers.
Now, do you have any suggestion on the bittersweet or what we could,
He was gonna, take some of the trees near the boat ramp, or near the landing that we have, that have bittersweet, but he said it's so invasive down there that, you know, you really need to use some kind of, when we went to that,
Herbicide or something
yeah,
or other.
Agent
outside to
Orange?
get rid of
Agent
it.
Orange.
Agent Orange?
Get the Boy Scouts in there pulling as much as you can and then do something with the roots.
I
Yeah,
think,
one of the biggest problems is, most of that bittersweet is closest to the river, and he has to stay away from, there's so many feet he has to stay away from the river, so,
Right, right.
And with an herbicide, you would too.
yeah.
Stay away from the roots.
Yeah, exactly.
And the problem is, you got one mature bittersweet plant, there's a million seeds on it, and the birds are scattering it all
Yeah,
over.
they just keep it going.
You can actually buy that stuff.
You can buy bittersweet?
Well, there's Oriental and there's another kind of, that's not the Oriental.
Yeah, if you go
bittersweet.
online and put bittersweet, it actually, it's for sale.
good God, we
Why
have
anyone
it for
would want
free.
it.
You can come have ours.
I'm gonna say buying dandelions.
Yeah.
The dandelions are good, the bees like them.
And you can make wine if you're really, really, I guess.
My lawn is nice and yellow every year.
RSA 67444.
Brent had mentioned the agriculture commission, that the, selectmen want us to look into that to see if we were interested in, what it entails. Starts down there, agriculture commission down there.
Now, I'm confused. I thought you shared this, Joan, and I thought the commission told me that they were not interested in doing that. And so I told the board that.
Okay.
So just revisiting it.
I can't remember, I
Yeah,
didn't.
I think you're right.
Right.
Maybe it was a meeting that I wasn't at.
Maybe I have
Because
some-
I didn't remember bringing that information to the board.
No, but you emailed it. You had
I
emailed,
emailed, right, the RSA
Right.
a while ago.
right. And at 3 meetings ago, I believe, I had asked,
Yeah, it may have been one
And-
that I wasn't here, but
Yeah.
at any rate, I just wanted them to see what it entailed, and I didn't remember that. I didn't think we would make a decision by email. Do you remember that, Tom, at all?
no, it wasn't a decision. The decision was made in the meeting.
Oh, probably I wasn't at that.
Okay, but you shared the information via email,
Yeah, I sent one. I said,
because I had asked you if you could do that and share that with the members.
okay, so then decision's been made?
Hmm?
Okay,
Well, I
good.
think it'd be different anyway. I mean,
It would be what?
as far as I'm concerned personally, nothing has changed. I mean, I'd have neither the time nor the knowledge in that area to
Yeah.
be very much of a help, I think.
I really think if they wanted to start, because was that at town meeting that would have been looked into, Brent? Did they decide at town meeting that they would look into that? Was it a question?
No, it's been passed.
No, I know, but that Litchfield would look into it.
Or create.
Create a,
Was the question at town meeting that they would look into an agricultural?
no, to create one. And I believe it's, the authorization's there, and that's why the board wanted
Yeah,
to know,
the authorization is there.
right, if the Conservation Commission wanted to serve as
Okay, I remember discussing.
the
it.
agricultural
Yeah,
commission.
you were asking that.
Because the board is looking to have members serve on that. So they figured,
Yeah.
before they went too far, because this board is intimately involved in land use, that they figured they would offer that. They thought it would be a natural progression to ask the Conservation Commission if he wanted to serve as the Agricultural Commission.
Did you get any interest from farmers in town, or did you talk?
Well, no, they didn't put it out yet until they, got the final word from
From
you.
us. Oh, okay. So, I mean, I'm just curious, what brought about the interest in the committee?
That's a good question. I don't recall that answer right now, but someone had brought it forth, and they put it on the warrant, and it passed.
That's what I thought it was on the warrant.
And I'm not sure the origin of it, to be honest with you. I can't give you that with accuracy. I could look that up. But it was just to form an agricultural commission to,
Well, if they do,
as stewards of the agricultural land that we have left.
I
if
think
they
in the
do-
past that Pat Jewett was always in charge of that, wasn't she?
Oh, yeah, we've
No,
had,
it was money set aside, and she was on that committee
Yeah.
way back, yeah,
Yeah.
in the last 25, 30 years, we've had some kind of
yeah.
stirring of the pot, but nothing's ever developed
Right.
out of it.
See, there is an RSA, which you all well know.
Yeah.
You have it in front of you.
We have it here now. yeah.
Requires all of the, there's certain requirements to set
So
up.
if they do start a committee, the first one is, the commission shall have advisory and review authority and other duties as follows: to survey and inventory all ag resources. The planning board does have a lot of information on, the ag resources, so if they do get a committee going, have them call the planning board and.
Right, okay.
Yeah. But I agree with Richard that, we've got a pretty full.
Yeah, but, they wanted to
No, I
ask
understand,
you.
that was a very
Which
nice
is
thing.
nice,
Yeah.
yeah.
And so they asked me to approach the subject with you.
Annual meeting report, Sharon. At least your name is written here.
You're
That'd
up.
be me. The first speaker, he was very interesting. He spoke about trees. Tom Dustin?
Tom Wessels?
No, Tom Dustin.
How was the keynote speaker?
Oh, no, Tom Wessels, yeah. You were there too. It
No, I
started
wanted to
out
see Tom Wessels.
really, really technical, and I was thinking, oh boy, here we go. It's, but he was really, really good. He spoke about how the forests are going to come back and how the American chestnut trees are going to come back, and for people not to panic and don't go cutting down other trees so that the American chestnut can grow. It's all going to work its way out. And then the first seminar I took was Conservation Commission and School Partnership, which I kind of thought it would be more geared towards, like a couple of the high school kids coming out and helping us. But this was more on how to get it into the younger kids' class curriculum and how to keep them interested. And so it was a great class. The woman who who held the class was a grammar school teacher herself, so she was really easy to listen to and blah, blah, blah. But I don't think it would really apply to us.
Was there anything easy you could do to get into, like, not a whole curriculum?
Right.
But
Well, you could try to get kids
like-
that are
like
going to...
Earth Day or,
Yeah,
Arbor
exactly.
Day.
Volunteer day. She said, something like that. Or try to get environmental college students to come out and help with us, help us and try to get younger kids involved in it. Engaging the local journalists to have them put it in the paper, and that would get interest as well. And if we ever did it, they would put a presentation of it on the NHACC website. I picked this up. I kind of forgot about it because it's coming up soon if anyone wants to go to that Trail Finder workshop.
yeah, I saw this somewhere.
Oh, the teacher's name was Sarah Salati, and she was supposed to email me they were supposed to email all the presentations, and I'll have to follow up because I haven't received any of them yet. And they didn't have any info on the grant info, but she said maybe through the moose plates or the state through stewardship, and it comes out on the website around June. They didn't have any grant info. And some of the vendors, or whatever you wanna call them, they set up later, like they got there later for some reason. So we were already in that first, meeting, I think, when they really started setting up, so. I mean, it was really good, though.
Good. Did you network with any people?
Yeah, it's just, you know, how you're sitting at the table eating and stuff like that, nothing major. They don't do attendance anymore, and
I miss that. I like when they do attendance of the towns.
just to see who's there.
Yeah.
But,
I'll have to put that in as a suggestion for next year.
Okay, rainfall report. Do we have any rainfall reports?
And I saw that the other night, and I had a meeting earlier, and I got home just in time, and I completely spaced it. I know we had 1.21 last night
Yeah, I
at
had-
my house.
I had almost 3 inches at my
wow.
house.
I mean, that was just last night. That was
How much did you have last night?
1.21. I think total was over the last 2 days it was, wait a minute, 1.2 is 7, 8, 9. 2.13, I think.
I had just 1.5 shot of hair, and that was last night, and I had just a shot of an inch the night before
Really?
I had,
on my 2 rain gauges.
Yep. But I've got to, what I'll do is write it down.
Okay.
We didn't have anything all summer, so
Yeah.
like, I forgot about rain.
So what do you got, Roger? You got water?
Yeah. Our actually first snowfall of the season was on the 21st. That was actually the 20th, because I'm always a day behind, because I record at 7
I
o'clock
thought
in the morning.
You just saw it was day late in the dog. Okay.
No, but we had 0.75 inches of snow on, I recorded it the 21st, but it really would have been.
That was Sunday night, Monday, yeah.
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 And I had a total rainfall of 5 inches for the month.
I gotta go home and check
What you got, yeah.
my little diary, and then I'll share it with you.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
Your whole diary?
Well, I've been, for 30 years, I've been marking down
Really?
every day the temperature and the
Really? That's it.
sky condition and the precipitation.
That's awesome. Yes.
32
You're like
years,
one of
every day.
those-
It's good.
Those guys that, on, the TV that they call, I think
Yeah, the
Don
weather
Ware, I see
spotter?
Don Ware's name all the time, yeah.
Oh, really?
on-
Yeah.
on
No, I'm
AC.
not. I don't, because, I'm away now that I'm kind of retired, I scoot away. But I have a weather station that records it, so I clear it, and I at least get the totals.
Yeah, right,
you know
right.
what I mean?
Okay, do we have any minutes to look at tonight?
Oh, yes, we do, we need to get caught up.
This is added to Woodward Drive. I don't understand.
Oh, before I get down to, I have other
That piece
business.
that you
Oh,
talked about.
I have a question too, and I think Troy answered it, but just so you know, the board was interested to find out, with all the construction equipment and everything on the Moores Falls land. They want to know if they had asked permission to do that.
Yes.
I talked to Troy this week,
Right,
because he asked that question after the meeting too.
right,
He
from,
brought it up. Yeah, when I was away, Tom called me and.
Jack contacted me, she was in, where were you, in the mountains? Colorado.
Jack, I told Jack and Tom to, work it out, and so they did put in a new north fence for us. They moved the rocks on the south end, because they need to get in
And they
and out
had a
of
great
there.
parking lot.
And they are gonna, I think they did add some sand to the parking lot, they're supposed to.
But they're supposed to some
Gravel.
gravel in. Yeah.
And also, today I talked to our consulting engineer, and I said, because he told me all the different contractors that are working up there, there's like 3 different companies. They have a large amount of material stored on our land, and I said, what are they gonna do for winter, because that will blow around.
right.
And he said they have moved some of it over to Jeff Lane, but if he'll talk, they have weekly progress meetings now, and he'll talk to them, Pennachuck, about either covering it or reducing the size that's there, because I don't wanna see that blowing all over the place.
Right.
Into people's yards.
And I'm sure they wouldn't, Darko doesn't want to see it with a
No.
southwest wind either.
Yeah.
Now, isn't there some of that area where the bunny project was gonna be going into?
The bunnies are more, I think, down over the hill.
Down over the bank,
Yeah.
yeah.
And then we talked to the forester too when we were there, and they're gonna come up closer to the south property line with the skid and their staging area. So
Who owns the land under the power line?
power line does cross ours, and then it goes over to Darkhold. Power line's not on here.
Yeah, but who owns it? Is it New England Power Pool? You mean something like that?
They have an easement.
Well, what I'm thinking, it's an easement there, and isn't some of the equipment and everything under the power line?
I think some of the piles might be.
Yeah. And so I was wondering if that was ours or Darko.
The power lines, I think, do go across ours, and then cuts across. Because do the power lines? Actually, this piece right here is owned by New England Power. That little
Yes,
triangle
the
piece.
power company owns a lot of that stuff, yeah.
Okay.
Just that's that little wedge, and then it comes across ours and goes over to Darkhold. But I was surprised with the amount of material. I didn't. wasn't
That's
expecting-
what
Yeah.
we're wondering, and
Yeah.
are we gonna get any other consideration for that, or?
That wasn't, that was,
Well,
I envisioned 2 bulldozers, an excavator, and a
yeah. So
bucket
did
of
I.
sand.
Right.
We were,
I tell you,
So I guess I'll accept for remission.
Maybe as things go along, whoever's up there monitoring, maybe if there's something else that's
Yeah, mhm.
I
needed.
tell you, it's hard to get, now I live on Robin, and I took Pat out, and she lives on Jeff, which takes me 2 seconds to get to her house, except today, it took me 15 trying to zigzag through.
they're working.
They're working.
They're
Oh, yeah.
working.
It's a
I mean,
war
they-
zone.
It was like,
Hey, they're right
Yeah.
by my house. It's a nightmare.
Are they in front of your
They
house
won't
now?
be done.
They're
they'll be
done.
back-
They're
And that's for all
up
the
beyond
water
my house.
pipe
They're up
and-
yeah,
in front of the new houses now, north of Temple Drive.
But
Okay.
they'll be back in the spring, right?
Now, where's
Yeah,
the
'cause
where's the
I'm-
water coming
done.
from?
Corning Road for us.
The water's coming from Corning Road? So where's that water coming from?
Good I think
Coming from
they,
Massapequa Lake.
Manchester.
they,
On Corning Road?
I think they have an agreement with,
Is that stormwater coming out of Merrimack Sewer, Dairy Sewer?
well,
Treatment plant?
that goes by our house too, along with the gas line. So it's gonna be very interesting
It's a busy street.
when they go under 3A to come over to our house to
That's right.
put the water. They've gotta go under. They will not let them dig up 3A. They have to do boring.
Like they
under.
did at the library, when they ran the drainage at the library, they went underneath the road, they tunneled
Yep.
under the road.
Right,
Those, they got
You have
that.
gas over there now, at your house?
Yeah,
natural gas.
Ricky Charbonneau ran it.
Charbonneau ran it all the way
That's
down
my
to his
plan.
plant.
I wish they'd run it down Albuquerque and down Messingate.
Yes.
I mean, I wasn't gonna do it, but I'm so happy I did.
What, did you connect into it?
Oh, right away. And I was lucky because they were doing rebates at the time. But I had to buy a whole new burner. Mine was just too old to adapt.
Did you have?
So I mean,
oil
it cost me substantial amount of money,
Yeah, right.
but
It's
it's
gonna pay
all
for
new
itself.
and it's a lot less expensive.
You'll get it back, yeah.
Now, the church put that into, they hooked into gas, right?
They had hooked, yes.
Yeah. Mhm. Yeah.
It cost them a. But in the long
It'll
run,
pay for itself, yeah.
in the long run, it'll pay for themselves.
Did you have oil previous to that?
I had propane.
Oh, you had propane before?
I
Before?
had electric when I moved into the
Yeah.
house, all electric.
Yeah.
I had propane put in
Mhm.
with a forced out water system.
Right, right.
So now you have natural gas,
Now I have natural gas.
and you had to change the whole system, the whole burner?
Well, normally, all you have to do is just change the orifice, if it's new enough.
It's new.
No, see mine, I had, and actually I'm so glad I did. It's a beautiful little teeny system, sits up on the wall. Beautiful installation, it was incredible. You know, I gained about 75% space in that whole, I looked, I go, that thing
Where's my
does
furnace?
everything? Oh my God, you can't hear it?
Yeah.
You can't, it's beautiful, all digital, it's, you know, very, very,
The system, yeah. So what do we have for minutes, gang?
Well, wait a minute,
Where are you?
beyond, okay, so that takes care, so we did get the gate, and then, like somebody just said, well, if we need an access road, they have all that equipment, might be something that we could talk about.
Mhm.
But again, then we get to the trolley track, what do we do? Make a short left and go for it. It says trail access. I just wanna mention, I went to the bear program last night with Ben Kilham, it was very good. the thing that Glenn got out of it was, if you have bears in your yard or bears around, they're not looking for food, they know there's food there. And sunflower seeds are their highest thing that they like, because there's so much protein in the
Protein,
sunflower
yeah.
seeds.
Right, the oil and whatever.
Yeah.
It was very, very well. Right now he has 19 cubs. Sometimes he only has one, sometimes he has 26. This year, right now, he has 19.
Wow.
Where are they located?
Lyme, he's in Lyme.
Lyme, New Hampshire.
Did they happen to mention if the bear population in Litchfield itself?
No.
No.
One lady was quite concerned, and he said, you don't have to be worried, they're not interested in you. And
Well, they haven't,
they will false charge you if they have cubs. And he had video of false charges. He said, but stand your ground and talk softly to them and
carry a big stick,
Back
carry a
up
big stick.
here.
Oh, yeah, I'm about to do that.
don't run.
Don't
Pray
Stand
runs.
tall.
Even the
Stand tall.
baby bears are bigger than me, so.
Smokey the Bear.
There was a show, I was, just by chance, I caught Animal Planet a couple weeks ago, one night, and I was surfing, and they were showing black bear attacks are on the rise all the way up and down the East Coast, so he's talking a different
He
story.
said there was been since 17-something or 1800, 68 bear attacks in the whole, from
The whole corridor?
the whole, what am I trying to say? South Pole to the North Pole.
Okay,
Really?
Really?
really.
So not to be too.
Well, they were showing 3 that had taken place in the Virginia area just in the last year or two. And one actually went right into a house, chased the dog right into the house, and another one, the folks were out walking on a trail and it attacked the
Well,
Really?
one funny thing he said was, people will tell him they've seen bears, and he had the different expressions that the bears make, and he'll say to the people, well, what did the bear look like?
It was a Yeti.
They'll say,
It was a bear.
they'll say black. But he said, when their ears are up means something, when their ears are down it means something.
Right.
So you have to
Yeah,
put
like
their
I'm gonna ask
expression.
him if he's happy or unhappy.
Is he smiling or isn't he?
The big no-no is don't feed them.
Yes.
And bring your garbage in, and
Yes.
secure your garbage, because,
Well, don't put it
want
out then.
them.
Don't have to bring it in if you don't put it out.
no, you have to bring it in, but
Yeah.
secure it.
Right. Anything else, Joan?
That's all I have. Yeah.
Now, did you print some minutes?
Oh, a minute, just a second.
Were we
So we
gonna
have,
talk about the
what?
turtles?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I sent you the other link when.
Yeah, I checked it, 'cause
Richard
real
sent
quick.
could you get on the link?
I did tonight, yeah, real quick, just before I left, yeah.
Because I thought it was a joke from Richard. So I go on the link that Richard sent, and there was this 110-year-old lady.
Well, I was, yeah. They had about 50 stories as pages kept coming out and coming out. I was hoping you'd find it.
I got this one off the
Yeah, this-
email from Fishing
Today,
Game.
Fishing Game emailed, and NRCS. But go ahead, you want to talk about it? Because
No, I haven't even read it yet.
I read it tonight, but I'm not sure what
I thought Richard wanted to talk about it.
what the
kind of
incentives
turtles are
to
they?
landowners
The
or.
blanding.
Oh,
Well, I think it was more or less just to kind of make the homeowners aware. Teach landowners how to recognize turtle nesting sites as well as field habitats for birds like the bobolink and the eastern meadowlark. Advise farmers about mowing techniques that can significantly reduce mortality among already reduced populations of wood turtles. I really didn't read it yet.
And that was a wood turtle that I picked up a year ago on, or somebody had found it on Albuquerque and near Pinecrest, between Pinecrest and Nessenkeg, that was badly injured. And, I know that's a wood turtle nesting area, I guess it still is.
what'd you
Unfortunately,
do
that
with
was-
it?
I drove it to Tufts Medical in, Massachusetts, but it didn't make it.
Oh, poor bit.
Did you have to give it CPR while you were going down?
First I took it to Wyndham, and they couldn't do anything because it was so badly injured, and they directed me to Tufts. So it was Tufts is quite an interesting place.
Oh, that's where I took my 2 dogs when they needed special
Down towards Grafton, I think.
operations.
So we have,
To the tune of
August,
$6,000 for both.
That'd be a good place to start as any.
I don't have that one.
My printer won't, my computer won't recognize the format it's been coming in on.
Marion did these and she does them off the
Yeah,
agenda.
mine
so
wouldn't-
It looks like an agenda, but it's not.
Share it. I have a Mac computer and it wouldn't let.
Mine doesn't,
Was I even
I
here?
can't print it off unless I follow
Nope, I wasn't even here, so
the,
I'm off.
The missing in action?
Yeah.
And then while I'm here, I give you September.
August. Okay, I was here in August.
I have the rest, Joey.
I don't think I was here in July. I think we're
Well, we're
up at
missing,
camp.
what I can tell you that July.
We found the
and
magic
August-
day was August
Oh,
4th,
wait,
we were discussing it,
did
Brett.
meet-
Yeah.
Oh,
We
we
didn't meet in
didn't
July.
meet in July.
No,
We
No,
meet in August?
yes,
yes.
that
I got
was,
August in my hand.
yeah, oh,
You just handed me August.
Mr. Chairman, can I move to approve the August 4th minutes?
Works for me.
Second,
I'll second, yeah.
all in favor signify by saying aye.
Hi.
Aye.
Opposed, abstained?
who's second,
Abstain.
Roger?
Yeah,
I abstained, I wasn't here.
abstained.
Nope.
One abstention.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
'cause
two, I wasn't here either.
Okay, two abstention.
was-
Anybody else?
Did we have a meeting in June?
No, June and July we did not, I believe.
No wonder I can't find the minutes.
We need,
I need September, I need September. Okay.
so August is approved.
Mr. Chairman, I'll move that the September minutes be approved as written.
Give me one quick second.
What is it, September?
Mm-hmm.
Bless you, bless you. Bless you. Bless you. One more time, we're gonna.
Okay, that's enough.
We have to vote on it. She's insisting, isn't she? Is there a second for the,
Mr. Chairman, I would second that motion to approve the September minutes. Presented.
okay,
I got 2 Octobers.
all those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Opposed? Any abstentions?
We should have a
Who's
lot.
missing? Yeah, let's
You
see.
can still vote if you weren't here.
Let's
You
see.
can vote, how can you vote? You weren't here for the actual minutes that were created.
Well, you can, that's what this, selectmen, I think Steve Perry said that in the meeting.
Do you guys, Brent, do you?
I,
approve minutes and everything?
I always abstain if I'm not here. I think it's the right thing to
Yeah, I
do.
don't know how you.
I guess I abstained because I wasn't here.
Alright, so,
Okay, put me abstaining for September.
I will abstain from the October minutes.
September, where's October? You
I'm
in?
gonna abstain from September
Yeah.
also.
I can't.
Marion, Joan, and Tom
I mean, I can't.
were absent for September.
Yeah.
Okay.
You got October, Tom?
I'm looking at October now, yeah, what you just gave me.
Well, I had some corrections to October, just, I wrote them in already. For
Oh.
October.
Okay, thank you.
Massabesic is down 4 feet.
Or was, probably even now.
Is there, anybody make a motion for October?
I'll make a motion that we accept October minutes as written, as corrected, sorry.
I'll second that.
Second. All in favor will signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained?
Abstain.
Okay.
Me.
Okay.
First thing that jumps at me about November wasn't it actually on the 3rd? Because the Friday, it's down below was the 4th. Thursday must have been the 3rd.
Do we have November ones?
Yes, well, I printed mine, but
I don't have any.
Let me see my
What's this one? Is this
handy
November?
dandy calendar that Tom gave
This
me.
is October. Yeah, that's right, check out that one.
What?
What day you looking for?
November.
November.
oh,
We
yeah,
moved
Close
it,
the
November
meeting.
would be the 3rd.
yeah,
What is
the
it?
second.
Second. Well, it's close, huh? Couple hours difference.
I sent them, but I didn't,
You have any more of these, Tom? They make great Christmas
printed mine
presents.
out.
No, I ran out.
And I just changed this to, not the Smith property, but across from the Smith property. Okay.
yeah, that was.
Yeah, I was here for November's too.
Did you print the November, Joan?
No, I didn't. I can't pass my number down.
Oh, yeah. Those are November.
Oh, I was absent for November.
That's right, we talked about you that night,
Yeah,
because you
well,
weren't here.
It was all good.
Yeah,
I
that's right, it was all
think, you
good.
know, it took somebody else's spot, so
We have
they
to talk
didn't
about
get
Michael
talked
tonight.
about.
June and July.
We didn't reach.
No.
Thank God, because I was up to my computer. I was like, where the heck did I save it?
Well, on the November one,
Yeah,
first page, the paragraph that starts with Kevin Lynch.
yep,
Just thought I was trying to, it was a little bit difficult to understand when you get into the last couple of sentences. Mr. Lynch is in favor of changing the building setback from wetlands. I thought maybe if you just crossed out the semicolon and change, so it reads, is in favor of changing the building setback from wetlands to 50 feet from the existing 75-foot setback. It would read better.
All right, let me, can I keep your minutes then? Or,
Yeah, you have a copy.
because I have corrections on
Yeah,
those
yeah.
and this one.
Yep, it's fine.
anybody wanna make a motion with the amendments that have been offered?
Yes.
Make a motion to approve November 3rd, is it,
Yep,
minutes, as corrected?
I'll second.
moved and seconded,
I'll abstain.
all in favor signify by saying aye,
Aye.
Aye.
opposed, abstained,
Abstain?
clearly passed.
Thank you very much.
Finally get caught up on those, huh?
Yep, finally, yep. That's a
And the
good
only
thing.
other thing was, cleanup day, are we doing it this Saturday,
I thought so.
Still fine with me, it's up to you guys.
8 o'clock?
It's not gonna get any better.
Yeah, as long, I gotta be out of there by 10, so
Okay.
we should start as soon as we can.
Well, didn't you guys do it last month, when I did it?
We didn't end up
I
doing it.
did the one bag
Oh,
on
okay,
that corner.
Cause I
I
did,
thought we were
from-
gonna do it the next day, and then
my bags are picked up, did you pick them up, or the state pick them up?
I picked up just my one big one. Jack might have picked them up.
Could have been, yeah.
What
Like,
big
I
one?
stacked up all the political signs on the corner of Hillcrest, and somebody picked those up, cause I thought you had, but I think I asked her that, and it must have been Jack cleaned them up, cause there was a stack of them, I said, now if we could get all the other illegal signs picked up around town, it'd be nice, like the
Yeah.
three guys, and this one, that one, and, you know, it's one thing, the signs are supposed to be there when you're doing work on the property, not when you're not, you just place them around town for the heck of it.
There's
And
one
the-
at mattress sale there, there must
Oh,
have been
yeah.
100 of those around.
That's the,
That's a high
that's the
school.
school does that.
Oh, yeah.
They should be fined every day for every day after the signs are left out.
Are the two, Aaron and Sharon, you gonna be able to make it? We just need 4 people. It's
To
kinda
do it? I'm not sure if I'm gonna make it.
I should.
Well, I guess it's 3 though, so I don't know. Is that?
My back and my knees,
Still
Yeah.
questionable.
they're real bad.
Well, I don't think one person should be doing it themselves. You know
No.
what I mean?
No, one
safety
person on that
reasons.
curve was not a good idea.
Right. So either we end up going up, down both sides as 3, or we don't do one side.
Or somebody inside the guardrail by, the brook, south end, by Pinecrest, inside the guardrail.
Next, I always go down to Kevin's house, they turn around and come back, walk up the other side and do, you know, do one side then the other side, which is what I did back
We're
last
supposed to have a
month.
safety person, so if 2 people were picking, and
was.
one person was looking at the traffic.
Mhm.
John and Judy.
So, I don't know. So what, we're just
Especially
gonna
if you
cover
don't-
one section then, is that it?
Huh?
Were you suggesting we cover one section?
No, do as much as you can, but I'm saying, if you go facing traffic, if two of you are looking down, have one person looking up, because you're probably not gonna go get the signs.
Well, why don't we do what we can do so we can get you out of there in time? Is
Yeah.
that okay with you, Archie?
Sure, I guess.
What do you say?
I'll do it next weekend if you want, I don't care.
I can do it the 10th.
I can do it the 10th, as of.
Would you
now.
prefer the 10th?
Yes,
Oh, okay.
because
Change to the 10th.
because that frees me from,
Pray for snow,
Okay.
pray for snow.
No, it's fine with me too.
Let it snow,
There's
let
that
it
one
snow.
blue thing by the library that you have.
There's no sign of snow in sight today, just checked the weather for the restaurant, so.
Well, you know how fast that changes though.
Yeah, it was supposed to
Wait a
snow Monday coming, because I know a couple of guys actually canceled trips. There were guys that do snow plowing, and then they're so mad now because they were saying they had a good chance of a heavy snowstorm on Monday, blah, blah, blah. And, yeah, now it's 50 degrees and sunny and bright.
I'll go wash my car and we'll see.
That'll get snow. Yeah.
That'll do.
Okay, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn unless somebody has something else to offer this evening.
I'll second that.
Okay, all in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? I guess I made it.